it feel to get back out there today?
It was great. It was exciting. Just felt comfortable out there for the first day. We had a lot of energy, and the plan is just to come out for the next, 28 practice and get the same effort every day.
You kind of called the defense a lot last year. You're used to that, but did it feel any different without Beniquez out there, and you're kind of the go-to guy now?
Not really. Some people would say, look at it as pressure, but I don't feel like it's pressure. I just come in every day and basically just do the same things I did last year. Nothing changed. Just a more vocal leader and helped all guys around me like I did last year. So like I said before, nothing changed. Just come in, work every day. Everybody watching now. Last year they were watching BMAC, but expected me to, answer questions. Now they're watching everything I do. So basically just being the leader out there.
Do you think learning from BMAC has kind of helped you for kind of taking this role this year?
Yes. Just coming in as a freshman, I had guys like Cam Lawrence and Deontay Skinner to lead the way. So, it was a process knowing that when they leave, hopefully the opportunity was going to be on me to lead. So I just, took grasp of that, and when they left, I feel like it's my time now. So it just was a process when I was younger to now put me in this position to know how to lead because I had guys like that to follow.
How's the chemistry between? Oh, go ahead, Bob.
So last year you were one of the younger guys that was taking on a bigger role. Now there's a lot of other people around you that they're those younger guys taking on a bigger role. I mean, do you talk to them about that? I mean, are they embracing that kind of stuff? You know what it's like to be in this position.
Yeah, they are. Our young guys they're great, listeners. They listen to whatever we say. Coach tell them to do something, they do it. We tell them to do something, they do it. So, it's great having guys like that. So if they're in the wrong, we tell them. But also, sometimes they might say something to us, and we're going to listen to them. It's all, we as a unit, as one, we coach each other. But they follow us in a big way, and, we accept them as young guys, and we teach them. So when it's their time, they'll be ready.
How's the chemistry between you, Zach, and Richie? Obviously, you played in the first team last year with two guys who aren't there anymore. How do you develop that chemistry, and how is it so far?
Like I said, it was a process. Coming in as a freshman, I played beside Richie. My first year of a redshirt freshman, I played beside Richie. So it's just a process, and I played with those guys a lot. So last year the rotation was set, and I played with with those guys, not just BMAC and Matt the whole time. So it was a process, and the chemistry is great. We communicate, and I have confidence in those two guys.
Gary's going to be compared to BMAC a lot. He's kind of learned under you and Richie the last 2 years. What have you seen in his progression, and what do you think he kind of brings to the table?
He's great, but I tell him every day, don't let the comparison of BMAC get to him. At the end of the day, he's not Bernard McKinney. He's Gary Green, so he have to come in and work and not be another Bernard McKinney. He come in and try to be better than Bernard McKinney. So he comes in every day, works hard, and a guy like Gary, he's very coachable. He's gonna listen, and he brings his A game to practice every day.
A lot's made about like an offensive line having chemistry. Why is it important for like a linebacking core to have chemistry?
You just got to have trust in the man beside you, not just the linebackers. We have to have trust that the defensive linemen don't stay in their gaps. We got to have trust in the DBs that are going to come up and tackle. So it's all just trust and chemistry all the way around the board. And we have, like Richie, I have trust in that I know if I spike a gap, he's going to be there to make the play right beside me. So, that chemistry is a big factor, knowing that if you can't make the play, the guy beside you is going to make it.
Out of those newcomers, Tim and Trevor and Leo, who do you think has been standing out the most, weight room and on the field wise? Does Trevor kind of have an upper hand on those guys for being a JUCO, you think?
I really can't say those guys come in, they work hard every day. You can't put one above the other. They all are newcomers to the program, so they all just learning the process, but they are all hard workers and they learning the system. But like I said, from the beginning of the summer to now, they coming in, working hard, learning the system and getting better every day.
What's been your first impression of Leo?
He's a hard worker. He's learning. He's still young, so you really can't judge him right now just because he don't know all the details about the defense and things like that. But as far as hard worker, he's working hard and getting better every day.
Do you kind of see flashes athletically from what made him, everybody talk about him, us included?
Yeah, I see the flashes in him. He listens well. He does what he's supposed to do, and he works hard. But we don't want to, just hype him up just yet because he's still got a lot of work to do.
We got to get Ryan.
Good. How are you, Ryan? How'd practice go today, Ryan?
It went pretty well. I think that we have a long way to go, but I like where we started. So.
When you see a guy like Chris Jones, you're kind of like the senior, the leader of that defensive line. What have you kind of told him for this third year now that he's the starter?
I don't think I need to tell him anything. I mean everything that he's worked for, everything that's all hype. is right there in front of him, and he sees that, and I think he's gonna play up to his potential this year and have fun with it. So.
People kind of compare you to Preston Smith. You just want people just to see you for you and not being like Preston Smith?
I mean, that's a great comparison, but I'm gonna just do me, like you said. I mean, and let God have his way with me. So.
People look at the line and see 3 lost starters, but what can Chris and AJ bring to the table that they may just be like starters last year?
Right. That's the reason why we rotated a lot, because we did have talent depth last year, and you know that the guys behind it was just as good as us, and that's why I'm very comfortable with those 3, even Nelson and Nick James right there beside me. So I have no problem with those guys ready to ball, and I'm ready to ball with them. So.
You mentioned Chris. I know he's changing up his number.
Right.
I want to talk about that kind of maximizing his potential. Do you see? I mean, is that like a new Chris, or is it just sort of?
I think he's been wanting that number since he got here. I remember he was like, "I give you $20, Burgess, if I get that number." But no, I mean, Burgess wanted that number. So, but that's since he's been here, he's been wanting that number. So we'll see.
What have you seen out of the true freshmen and newcomers this summer? Not just for today, but in the weight room, you've been around them. What have you seen from them and some of those defensive linemen?
I had to make sure that they were ready. I mean, everybody in the country is doing the same thing they're doing. I had to make sure they knew that everybody's trying to bench the highest they ever bench and get stronger. But what's gonna make them different is the hunger that they have, and they could use their youth and their ignorance to an advantage. You know, you could go as hard as you can and play more to their, higher than their potential, and hopefully those guys do, and those guys step up like we saw they did at practice. So.
What goes through your mind when you see people picking you guys to finish last again, even after coming off a #1 season?
I mean that's people. I mean they could judge what they see, but it's all about faith, stuff that you can't see. So that's what we go by here, and that's what we're going to continue to go by.
What type of motivation can you draw from that?
I heard about 10 times today at practice. So I mean, it's gonna help us. It's gonna motivate us each and every day to just have that hunger. I mean, that's what it's all about. That hunger. Whoever's hungry and who executes the most and who wants it more is gonna get it. So I mean, at this time, we just continue to build on that and just have fun with it and play with the people around us.